Anything else?
Don't wear your black suit. It makes you look like a mortician.
What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with ScreenRant here at South by Southwest with the cast and crew from The Accountant 2. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, Gavin, I want to start with you. The first one was over at Warner Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, and we're switching studios for the sequel. What was the process behind, migrating over to a different distributor?
Well, there was some musical chairs being played at Warner Brothers in regard to the regime changes. There was COVID. There was lockdowns. There was a strike. So it was some start and stops. And then Ben started his own studio with Matt, which he had parameters in regard to films that he can do that had to be at his studio. So I don't know all the details. I don't know if there was not if Warner Brothers didn't want to do a co-fi or co-studios. I don't really know what happened, but they very generously allowed us to take the movie elsewhere. In the first place we went to was to Amazon, and we formed a partnership with them.
Yeah, it's amazing that we were able to expand this universe because The Accountant 1 was such a hit. People especially love the dynamic that you and J.K. Simmons had, Cynthia, in the first movie. This time you're on your own. Does it feel a little different not having J.K. there?
Well, he is there, and I'm not totally on my own. Okay. But yeah, it was nice to sort of feel an evolution, both for Mary Beth as a character, but also just for me as a person, because, 8 going on 9 years have elapsed between the first and the second. And for me, the excitement was not just getting to see JK again, although in a very different set of circumstances from the first movie, but getting to work with Ben and John and Daniella and just having a different experience overall. So I'm really, really excited. Now that we're really getting to talk about the movie, it's like you film something, you're sitting on it, you know what you've sort of been a part of and you know what you have, and now you're ready to just share. And obviously people have been chomping at the bit, waiting for this sequel. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Daniella, this fur coat is giving me Cruella de Vil vibes.
Yes.
It's appropriate because you're the antagonist here.
I am. By the way, I just want a quick shout out. My coat is named Fernando, who is named after Fern, our stunt coordinator, very close friend of Gavin's as well.
Fernando, not F-U-R.
Fernando.
But like fur.
F-E, or no, well, she may spell it F-U-R, but he's F-E-R.
F-E-R. But anyway, this is named after our stunt coordinator who worked very closely with me and Cynthia to give you a really kick-ass fight scene.
Amazing. What's it like to play the villain?
Pretty fun. I'm in my villain stage now of my career, which I didn't think would ever happen. And I didn't. It's a part that I've never gotten to play anymore. Why did you think I was a villain? I've never really asked you this, but we had a couple of auditions, and at first this audition came and went. I taped it and then it went, and I was like, damn, I thought I did something pretty good, but oh well. And then it turned into, my agent called me at like 10 o'clock at night. It's like, hey, Gavin O'Connor, the accountant, he just wants you. So just don't fuck it up. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Oh my God. And then I had my audition, and I was scared to death, but I was like, man, if I get this is going to be fun.
And she did. Well, I mean, Daniella brought. There was a lot of quality. I mean, there's certain things I can't say because, have you seen the film yet?
I have not seen the film.
Okay, so there are some landmines if I say certain things vis-a-vis her character and some of the twists or reveals in the movie. So I'm going to be careful. But in regard to a facet of what I was looking for, Daniella had. There was importantly an intelligence. Well, most importantly, she could act. She was a really good actor. So it starts there. But she has an intelligence about her, and there's also a mysterious kind of quality to her. I was looking like I'm trying to see exactly, and she wasn't letting me entirely in, which I thought was really good. And then there were other qualities that I was looking for that I can't talk about right now. So we spent some time together. We played with the scenes, and she had already auditioned, and I saw it on tape. And then we just had some really, I thought, kind of really important conversations about the character.
Yeah. But I'll also say she's a villain, but there's It's definitely a complex character.
She's the hero of her own story.
You'll have to see.
Okay, those are the best kind of villains. The ones who
She's definitely the hero of her own story.
amazing. Cynthia, you're in the middle of a bit of a tense family situation in this film. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because in the first movie, I didn't get to work with Ben. I didn't get to work with John. I just got to sort of admire their work from afar. And it was going to be interesting for me to sort of be as we've said in a few interviews, I'm like the straight man between these two sort of, interesting brothers, and just trying to square my sense of what I define as getting justice, following the law, rule of law and all of that with their version of that and sort of the conflict that arises. But I think one of the things that really resonates with me just in terms of the story we're telling is this relationship between brothers and family and sort of watching that play out both for myself as an audience, but as Mary Beth observes, it's complicated as it always is with family, right? And I think is really going to resonate with audiences for sure.
Yeah, it's complicated. And I feel like, sequels, we never wrap up with just a second one. Gavin, you've mentioned before that there's an ambition to do a trilogy with The Accountant. When are we getting The Accountant cubed? I love the title card, by the way. It's great. I love whenever we find a new way to say two or show two.
Yeah, no, that was important to me, and I was very happy that Amazon embraced that. That was we were always calling it Account Squared. It won't take 8 years for the third.
Good to know. Good to know. Cynthia, coming up later this year, Rings of Power Season 3, going into production. How excited are you about getting to return to that world?
I'm very excited. It's been, by the time I go back, believe it or not, it will have been almost 2 years since I wrapped the second season, which is just mind-blowing for me. So I am excited to go back to Middle Earth. It's a huge shift. I've had like a big step back. I got to film this. So I don't really know what awaits me when I return, but I'm definitely going to be happy to see everybody back in Middle Earth.
Amazing. And Daniella, speaking of this summer, Jurassic World's getting new life over there. Your character's still alive. Last we checked.
Yes, Zia Rodriguez. Shout out to Universal. Give Zia another shot. I'm not in this next one, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know a cool way to answer that, but not in the next one. So yeah.
Well, if the next one's a hit and they do a next one, maybe we can get some resolution.
Nice. Yes, that would be lovely. However, I will say I am a major character in the next Dora the Explorer movie. Hey. So watch out, because I will be in the R-rated film and I'll be in the little kids movie. Pretty cool.
Playing both sides of the coin. I love it. Guys, I'm very excited to see The Accountant 2. This is seemingly like the main event of South by Southwest this weekend. So much promotion for it. And it's a star-studded affair. So excited to see it on the big screen.
Are you coming tonight?
Oh, I'll be there.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Woo, all right.
You're in for a treat.
Thanks, Liam. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.